Good evening and welcome back to the Westport Independent. I am Modi Aparandis and we are in week 6. Let's just pull up our last week's sales so we get a reacclimatized where we're at right here. Eastern districts has gone down a little bit. Southern districts have gone down a lot. We haven't made much progress in the Western and Northern. And unfortunately, we're gaining even more suspicion than we were before. And we lost some popularity overall, but we did get 2 opinion points, I guess, for rebels. Through our influence. So, last time we left off, we were trying to save the skin of our one reporter, Frank, who has fallen under scrutiny from the government for his actions, and maybe nothing to do with us, to be honest with you, I don't know, but we're trying to give him less sensitive topics for his articles. Hopefully that'll cause them to lose some suspicions for him. Respected editor, has recently come to our attention that your paper, the Westport Independent, seems to have problems understanding the guidelines provided by the Loyalist government in the advance of the induction of the Public Culture Bill. We assure you that these guidelines are absolute, and if your paper continues to neglect them, countermeasures will be taken. So we have not avoided scrutiny. Denied. Okay. Frank is getting a little less suspicion. He was at max last time, and so he's fallen under less suspicion this time around. And last time I was gonna be like, oh, let's play it by the book, let's do what they want. And I just can't ever bring myself to do it is the problem. So that's where we're at right now. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get less scrutiny for ourselves. Because we are under suspicion, we're not really following the rules. We could become just kind of a celebrity gossip column if we want it to be. First legal casino. All right, let's get into some of these articles here. So we have local factory hires scabs. A local shell factory announced today that its intention to bring women to the workplace. What? Wait. Oh, so it's hiring women. That's the scabs that they're hiring? Okay. The owner described this as both with the times and cost effective. The announcement came shortly after a massive strike against the company's dangerous working environments. There's always somebody right for the job, the owner said to the press. Local factory hires women workers. So if we wanted to go with this as the positive article, I guess we're just gonna have to start doing that maybe, because we have to get less scrutiny. So if we do this, we say a local shell factory announced today intention to bring women to the workplace. The owner described this as both with the times and cost effective. Scratch that part. There's always somebody right for the job, the owner said to the press. We leave this part out with the strike and it reads completely differently. Oh boy, this we give it to Frank and he will not be under any scrutiny anymore, I bet. He won't have a problem with it, I think. Right now, he didn't protest like he did last week. Police prevent attempted bombing. So we could just be like, nothing bad ever happens. Everything positive only in our paper. Rebels suspected of attempted bombing, government offices, police prevent the bombing attempt. Yesterday, a bomber was prevented from arming a large supply of explosive outside a government office. This occurred in a small van parked outside the building. The perpetrator was caught by a security guard who found the van suspicious. A local rebel group are believed to be behind the incident. All right, we might deny that article. Too sensitive. Employment rises. Unemployment has skyrocketed during the last few years. Oh boy, that's bad news. More and more people are left without jobs. A new study shows that currently around 37% of the population is unemployed. 32% of the working population do not make enough to support their families. Worst off are the inhabitants of the southern docks. Unemployment is around 43%. Oh my gosh, okay. Deny that. Bad news. No bad news today. Let's see. A new cafe. Please, I want to shoot Movie Star. Or Movie Star fanatics open a new cafe to bask in its glory. Okay. A small cafe has recently opened and as an homage to, or homage possibly, to renowned movie star Harold Flynn. Again, this guy, all of the papers. In the cafe, you will find paintings and other art portraying the actor. Even the menu is inspired by the star, and all of the dishes are named after his movies. During the next week's grand opening, Finn himself will make the cafe's first order. I mean, I don't know why we want to slam the cafe. I mean, they're just making a cafe to homage to the movie star, I guess. I mean, all right, no bad news today. No bad news. 1 week of no bad news. Phil, that's you, man. That's you all over that one. New plans to add fluoride to drinking water. Great. The Department of Sanitation announced today that its intention is to add fluoride to the water supply. This is due to research showcasing substance's ability to decrease the chances of cavities. As research on fluoridation is still ongoing, this would make Westport one of the few places in the world to adopt it. Government adds untested substances to drinking water. Or new plans to add fluoride to drinking water. So this is like a little bit more ringing true. This is like slanted against the government. So, deny that one. We got 2 left. And cult disbanded. Okay. Psychic visionary taken out by government. Or cult disbanded. This morning, police broke into the Roberts Foundation, arresting Peter Roberts. Charged with suspicion of kidnapping and treason, Roberts has been brought in for questioning. Additional charges include the suspicion of fraud. Just like the prophet predicted, the arrival is nigh, stated one of Roberts' followers, okay? Psychic visionary taken out. So this is like if we buy into the cult and take this cult leader as a psychic visionary. I guess we'll just go with disbanded here. And what do we want to do? We want to redact anything with this? Police broke into Roberts, arresting the author. Charged with suspicion of kidnapping and treason. Roberts has been brought in for questioning. Additional charges. Let's leave that part out. Yeah, we'll leave this part out. And we'll give this to Anne. Anne is our loyalist person, or Julie's our loyalist person. We want to give less suspicion to her. So that's probably fine. Okay, and then first legal casino. First legal casino in the Western Districts. Today, construction broke ground on the new Aurora Casino in the Western Districts. The Aurora will be the first legal casino in Westport and will bring lots of new jobs to the city. Protests recently hit the site due to owners' affiliation with the Vile Rags gang. The protest was broken up by security and the allegations have not been addressed, okay? The Vile Rags gang, oh boy. Do we want to leave that part out, is the question here. Or, people of the West protest drug-funded casino. Okay, that sounds like bad news. No bad news today, no bad news. Today, construction broke ground on the new Aurora Casino in the Western Districts, or the Aurora, okay. Lots of new jobs, it sounds like a good thing. Protests, yeah, I don't know about protests. And the protest was broken up by security and allegations have not been addressed. I mean, we could leave it all of it and just let it read how it reads. Probably would not help the casino too much to have this whole thing listed here. They probably would not be happy about that. Doesn't seem like there's much government affiliation. I mean, the government probably sanctioned the casino and maybe they're kind of have their hands in with the Vile Rags gang. But I mean, if you had the gang named the Vile Rags, would you want the government to be associated with them? I do not think so. I think they'd probably steer clear. Because with their you know, public paper or whatever it is called, the public culture bill. I mean, the way they word things here, kind of 1984 style. It's like not gonna have like the Vile Rags gang associated with them. They'll be like, you know, the Westport Social Club is what the gang will be known as probably. Okay, so let's take this to layout and see what happens. So first legal casino in the Western Districts. Local factory hires women workers. Cult disbanded. Okay, let's say local factory hires women. Industrial, okay. Not a very strong industrial or societal. And this boosts it even further, industrial and societal. And then this will be celebrity and societal. Oh, just celebrity, okay. And this will be, ooh, all that hits almost all every single one except industry. Okay, cool. That actually brings it a pretty decent, it's pretty a lukewarm issue. And I do feel bad about that. We're going for no bad news today. This is the paper with no bad news. This is the future. This is the future people of the paper if the public culture bill goes into effect and shuts us down. So now we got to start thinking about how we want to distribute here. Northern suburbs loves industrial and crime. Let's give them some heavy saturation on our news today. Nothing bad is about the news today. So we can give them, these guys want to crime news and celebrity news. This is not as strong, but we'll go 20% there. These guys want industrial and societal, we'll give them 35%. Let's go 18. And this guy's silent crime. Okay, well, let's back this down a little bit. And let's raise this up a little bit. Maybe 20, 20, 20. Yeah, I think that works. All right, we'll see what happens. I don't want to lose much popularity in the East, but we'll see what happens here. This will hopefully gain us some subscriptions in the northern suburbs. I don't think it's going to do much to influence rebel opinions, and we might... Hopefully we don't still end up under scrutiny here. But I like the article, depending on how much your advertising places, it changes your advertising slogan here. So societal news every morning, or one paper for everyone. I like that. I like trying to go with that one. Kind of our populist argument for the paper here. So let's try to get everybody on our side here. Let's see how this goes. So Phil, how are you? You didn't show up to work yesterday. Oh yeah, sorry, I was a bit preoccupied. John needed someone to drive him to the doctor. Oh, your brother? How is he? Better, I suppose. The doctors say he can move his toes now. They're still not sure when he'll be able to walk again, though. What? What's going on there, Phil? Was interesting. Was there an article about someone getting injured a while back? Ah, see, there we go. Wow. We nailed it for the eastern factories and for the northern suburbs. Holy cow. I mean, that's pretty good. This is our best subscription yet in the northern suburbs. And popularity is increasing overall. I think we should be good this week. But yeah, like I said, I don't remember if there's an article. I wish I could view past articles somehow, like past issues somehow on the screen here. So I could like read back and see if Phil's brother's connection to anything mattered at all, you know? But anyways, let's move on. Okay, so +7 rebel support. Oh no, suspicion, no bad news. Come on, guys. Aren't you aware that we had no bad news today? Oh, God, what did we do wrong? Because we're popular, that's your problem. We're so popular, you're mad now. We've become more popular than the government. We are inching towards rebel support here. I don't know how that happened. Maybe just because of the way we spun the factory hiring women workers. I don't know. Maybe that was the problem. I really don't think there's anything in our paper that would support the rebels that time around. No bad news. That was our goal here. No bad news, and we still got under scrutiny. No letters today though, so I guess that's a good thing in that department. All right, story time. Oh, there's a lot of articles to get through today. Holy cow. Okay, we got 4 out. We have 7 this time? Wow, a lot of articles. Okay, let's get into it. Westport contractors accused of botched construction work. Or dangerous housing and botched construction crowds. Westport contractors' track record. Okay, maybe we'll keep this. We want to get the inflammatory titles where we can, maybe. But also these, someone in the comments mentioned that this might be in the intention to destabilize some of our different districts. If it is have a district mentioned in here, it might destabilize certain areas. Anyways, construction company Westport Contractors has lately faced accusations of botched construction work throughout Westport. These charges mostly involve private residences, but additionally some public structures have been affected. When approached for an interview, the company declined. There's not much to go on here. I think going with the inflammatory headline might sell some papers. Dangerous housing and botched construction crowds, Westport Contractors track record. I think we might go with that. All right, Frank, write that one. And how's this? You know, he's back to suspicious. Man, we gave you a simple article. All you had to do is just write it, man. Well, let's give this to Phil instead. I just don't want to give him anything nearly possibly could be, you know, construed a certain way. All right, so if we're going with no bad news for this week as well, that's our goal here, because it worked so well last week, to avoid scrutiny. I mean, I don't even know if we have a choice here. We have some bad news in here for sure. All right, so riots in the Southern Docks. So riots in the Southern Docks, or rioters assault police officers in the Southern Docks. Well, yesterday a small riot erupted in the Southern Docks. The mob smashed windows, set fire to trash cans. Police tried to intervene, but were quickly overpowered by the rioters. The riot ended after backup arrived and 8 people were arrested. That is an interesting tale. If we take rioters assault police officers, that makes the rebels look bad. And then maybe that's what the government would like us to do. The mob smashed windows, set fire to trash cans, yada yada. Police intervene were completely overpowered. I mean, leaving this part in makes it like a show of rioting force, like makes it seem more effective. You know what I mean? And that might be what they have a problem with. But I kind of want to leave it in again. But no bad news. Okay, we have to table that one. Let's table that one. Well, no bad news today, but we might use that one still. Students protest against police brutality, or rebels take college campus hostage. All right, chaos ensued this morning as a protest at one of the city's public colleges turned violent. It begun as a large crowd occupied the gymnasium, shouting rebel slogans and singing. Protesters were part of a local student group protesting recent police brutality. Violence erupted as campus security attempted to disperse the group with force. Okay. Or rebels take college campus hostage. Okay, we're gonna leave this one out. How about that? Just because we're like, you know, again, no bad news. Carol Miller discusses upcoming movie. In an interview yesterday, starlet Carol Miller discussed her role in the upcoming musical Sunny Days. During the interview, Miller spoke highly about the cast and co-star Harold Finn. Harold's a great actor and dear friend, Miller stated. It's been a hoot working with him. Miller, however, lamented that it gave her less time to spend with her husband. Well, this is starlet flees crumbling marriage into the arms of co-star. Oh my god. Okay, so this is how we can sell papers. Okay, this is what we do to sell papers here. We're just gonna become like a tabloid at this point, and I'm gonna leave it to Frank. Yes, starlet flees crumbling marriage into the arms of co-star? Question mark? Question mark at headline. Always very professional, I hear. Government burns books in Liberty Square. Okay, we'll probably have to disregard this one if we want to stay on the government's good side. Prevents the spreading of rebel. Okay, we can spin it for them. They'll probably be happy with that. Yesterday, Liberty Square lit up as police officers started burning books. The event. Oh, you know what we should do is give this to Frank and leave it like this. Liberty Square lit up as police officers started burning books. The event was the result of months of collecting books from various libraries and stores. The collected books were supporting anti-government sentiments. Some protesters arrived at the scene, but were easily held back by police. Have we seen this one before? I feel like we've seen this exact same article before, maybe didn't run it before. Can we give this like a positive spin and make Frank write it? Just to make sure he doesn't go to jail. I just really don't want him to get arrested. He's so close to getting in trouble here. Okay, so yesterday lit up as burning books. Event was the result of months of collecting books from libraries. I don't know if we want to leave that in there. The collected books were... Okay, so we leave that part out that they were collecting books from stores and libraries. Maybe we leave that part out, and then some protesters arrived at the scene, but were easily held back by police. We leave that part out too. We'll make Frank write this. He's okay with it. He's okay with it. Surprisingly enough, he's okay with it. Okay, so then we'll have somebody else write this one. And do that one. Okay. And then... Didn't we just do this one? We're not writing that one again. And then first legal... Wait. This is old news. All right, we have to go with this one then. Rioters assault police officers in the Southern Docks, or riots in the Southern Docks. Okay. I'm gonna put one thing that's gonna get them on our bad side here. We're gonna be up the creek. Okay. How can we spin this so that it's like not gonna hurt anything here? Rioters assault police officers. Okay, this makes the rioters look bad. The government probably won't have a problem with that. Yesterday, a small riot erupted in Southern Docks. Fine. We won't want to advertise too much in the Southern Docks, I think. The mob smashed windows, set fire to trash cans. Police intervened, but were quickly overpowered by the rioters. The riot ended after backup arrived, and 8 people were arrested. No one was arrested. Smashed windows and set fire to trash cans. And no one was arrested. We've had this article before too, I feel like. This is like recycled news. This is like... I need to get our denied articles out of here. See if there's anything fresh that we've skipped over here. Students protest police brutality. First legal casino. Okay, we definitely wrote that one yesterday. We've seen this one before. This one we definitely wrote yesterday. Okay, so we either have students protest against police brutality. Whoa. Or we have Rebel State College campus. Okay. And that doesn't sound very appealing. I guess of the things we can do, I think we'll do this then. We'll do this. Rioters assault police officers. Okay. We'll see what happens with this. We'll leave it as is. No one's going to go to jail. This might swing the rebels. This also might have the effect of destabilizing the Southern Docks too. Which isn't good for us necessarily. But we will let, let's see, who's from the South? Let's see, she might be. He's west, he's east, she's east also. No one lives in the south, okay. It's the docks though, so maybe nobody lives there. Okay, fair enough. Okay, now do we want to advertise in the south? I don't know. Let's put this on the last page though. Maybe the government won't read that far. Headline news. Celebrity. No, oh boy. Oh boy. This feels trashy. Don't want to lose that. Dangerous housing. This is a bad like headline, very like long and clunky headline. Dangerous housing and botched construction crowds. Westport contractors track record. Oh god, this is a mouthful. And again, there's another long one. We need like short, simple headlines. All right. Let's go with trashy rag style here. We'll go with celebrity on the front page, and then followed by. Oh boy. Oh boy, I feel icky. I feel icky about that one. Rioters assault the police in Southern Docks, and finally, oof, boy, we got milquetoast paper here, and not really gonna get too much popularity, but we will win over the northern suburbs because they do like celebrity news and industrial news. So we're gonna go heavy on the north, 40% again, and then do the 20-20-20 rule, and then consider leaving out the everything between the west and the east, and leaving off the south, and then leave off any advertising down in the south here. Ah, boy, I don't know, because this does have Southern Dock's before the most rundown. Here unemployment is high, homelessness even higher. Despite this, little over half the population lives here. Wow, yeah, that's a lot of people. We have to advertise there, we can't not. But we are gonna go heavy in the northern suburbs and see what one paper for everyone. That's what it is, one newspaper for everyone. See how it happens. We'll see how the chips fall, and we'll see how it goes. All right, fingers crossed. Crap, I didn't sleep for a second last night. A factory close to my apartment was running on full engine all through the night. I know what you mean. Me and my husband were so close to moving out away from the eastern factories when our son was younger. Having an easily woken infant while there's constant noise around you is not a great way to sleep during the night. I suppose so. Why don't you just move to the western districts? We don't really have that problem here. Okay, yeah, Phil, sure. Let's just everybody move to the western districts. Sure. What? They're having it so bad in the slums. Why don't they move here where it's nice? Phil, come on. Like anyone with a blue collar could afford that. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Frank, for the voice of reason. Oh my God, Phil, you are such a tool. Okay, week 8, 4 weeks left. Let's see how we did. Popularity north went down a little bit. East and south, pretty middling. Let's see how the actual thing flowed here. Oh my God, more suspicion and less popularity. Neutral on loyalist versus rebels, and just more suspicion. Man, we're just gonna get slow slog to suspicion. Now, we do have 4 weeks left. As long as we're careful, we won't get too suspicious, but they are gonna shut down our paper then. We need to get more popular. We need to get more popular, and we might have to just go full rebel here soon to do that, to achieve that. Now we're gonna raise some serious suspicion if we start doing that, but we'll see what happens and see how we wanna play it out next time. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back with another episode in 1 day from now. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.